The immolation raid is partway through, and I wanted to go through a much easier, much more straightforward, and quite frankly, lower repair path using my Wyvern in the 1201 target. Hey everyone, Derpy here, and welcome back to another Battle Pirates video. This still follows the same techniques I showed you in my video that came out on my first day of the raid, but I do have a few improvements for this one and a few more exact areas to click. So sit back, relax, and watch as I go through an improved path for this guy, talking about which turrets make sense to kill when, how you can avoid damage from those yellow mines, and a few other things. First things first, we're going to go to the left of this single turret, and we're going to do this because we can stay out of range of everything else in the target and just get one guy down for basically no damage. Now you are going to notice that I have an E5 ship with a few officers equipped. I was lucky enough to get 3 of the same 1-star officer, which I refitted or combined to make a 2-star silver officer, and then my 4th chest was the legendary 3-star captain. So I got pretty lucky. I also did some refits and such to get some of that more components and the CIC and some other armors and stuff, which I am using D5 EV on, at least for my first few slots installed on the ship. Once you kill that first thing, go off on the left, and what you're going to do is avoid the short-range turret, but click it so you can see it, and go into the dead range where the javelin and the blunderbuss and stuff can't shoot at you, but you can shoot at them. Make sure you don't go too far forwards, or these guys on the left are going to hit you. You can actually shift-click those to see your next path, which is off to the left here, not the center, or the red guy will shoot at you, and hit these 3. Again, don't go too close, otherwise the launcher turret will start to shoot at you, which you want it to do, just not quite yet. Then go ahead and get into the dead range of a few of these things here and kill the launcher. Again, the launcher is the spicy, damaging thing in this target, hence the D5 EV armor and the Sea Serpent's crew. Next up is going to be a little bit of timing. We're going to want to make sure we can move forward in a straight line while avoiding damage from these mines. So as the second one dies here, we're going to start moving forward and stay moving so that this guy is going to miss us. This will leave us right between 2 mines right here, and we can actually turn and kill the short-range turret while we're here. Otherwise you have to come back for it, and then get in close towards the turret while the mine number 2 here is still moving out. And if you watch that or replay that, you can see the exact timing I used to kill some of that stuff. Okay, that's pretty good, and now we're going to go up to the left. Don't worry about these mines, they can't hit you. There's a little gap right here on purpose for them, and what you're going to do is just take out that flamethrower turret and then move forward. Go ahead and hug the purple island at the bottom here, because what you want to do is kill the flamethrower and also the mine generator on the right of your ship right here. Take those guys down, and you should not get hit by either of them, and you shouldn't be close enough to anything else that any of that is hitting you. It is nice to kill the turret second so that you have time for the mines to propagate out and die. For the next flamethrower, make sure you are as far away from it as possible, and that is to avoid damage from the launcher down here at the very bottom. We're going to come back and get this one later. Running away from these guys, let's go ahead and kill the mine generator just to get that out of the way, and loop back off to the left. From here, you do have a few choices. The best choice is actually going to be to duck inside and get into the minimum range very, very quickly here with a few of these different turrets. You do have to kind of beat yourself up on a wall so that you can actually kill the blunderbuss and get inside his minimum range, otherwise he's going to do some damage to you. Depending on the timing from the mines, you can actually just avoid his damage, like avoid needing to do that and just circle around to the bottom if you really, really want to. Okay. A few turrets on the very bottom here. As you can see, I'm inside the minimum range, and I'm shooting at the shockwave turret, which did unfortunately get a shockwave off onto me, which means I got more damage than I probably should, and should even increase and add 1 more plate of D5 EV armor, maybe 2 more plates of D5 EV armor on the fleet. And then finishing just killing the launcher turret first. Again, that's the basically only one that does damage to you. The blunderbuss and stuff like that you can avoid damage from by just stay moving in a straight line. Looking at the repair time, you can see that I got 10% of summing the radioactive resisted and taken, and then 9% ballistic, so generally even split. Radioactive is probably a little bit higher if I'm guessing out of the two of those things, and D5 EV armor would actually help reduce the damage from both of these two things. And that is 18 minutes of repair time using my newly upgraded E5 fleet. And as you can kind of see here, I did get lucky enough to have the captain at the very bottom here, the 3-star captain. It can only go in the first slot. I have 3 armor plates on the fleet. I'm going to add at least 1 more D5 EV plate until I stop seeing shockwaves in these targets. A few upgraded weapons, although most of them are quite common, to be honest with you. And I'll continue to add some more armors and stuff. Once I stop seeing shockwaves from the D5 EV armor, I am not adding the current tier 14 armor. I'm instead adding the tier 13.5 Hierophant armor, because that gives 25,000 fewer survival, but increases radioactive damage by 4%, which is definitely worth that trade-off in my opinion. There's the video on the 1201 with the upgraded build for the Wyvern, the evolved or upgraded ship, refitted, and quite frankly just a better, simpler, easier to follow path that only takes a few minutes, so you can easily stack up 10 targets on this ship before needing to repair it with the path and method I just showed you. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. I want to give a huge shout out to all the channel members whose names are appearing on the end screen now. They're making videos like this one, the second one on this target in this raid, possible. With that said, and until next time, this is Derpy signing out, helping you be a better pirate.